In this video, we're going to talk about decorating on a budget, or decorating on a dime. Tiny budget, but big impact. If you're feeling like your space could use a little love, but your wallet says otherwise, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to share some fun, creative ways to decorate your home on a very low budget. It's all about making the most of what you have, using your imagination, and finding beauty in the simple things. Hi, I'm Susan, and welcome to the channel. It's amazing what you can create with an unlimited imagination, even if you only have a few dollars. I think sometimes we are more creative when we have less money. It's kind of a challenge of what can I do with this amount of money? If you turn your perspective around and change it from I'm limited by my money to there is no limit to my creativity. And that's kind of fun. Let's start with the walls. Empty walls are like a blank canvas, and you don't need to be an artist or have a gallery budget to make them really beautiful. I'd say one of my first suggestions is to hit up the thrift stores for interesting frames or pictures or mirrors. Don't worry if they're mismatched. Paint them to match your decor or keep them eclectic. One thing that I've done with great success is to find beautiful pictures from magazines or books that I have thrifted and frame those. They make beautiful art, and no one needs to know it came from a magazine or a book, even a calendar. Framing a beautiful piece of fabric or even a dish towel, you'd be surprised at how dramatic and beautiful it can be. You can browse free digital art from sites like Unsplash, Pexels, or even the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Print out the downloads at home and pop it into a secondhand frame. You have instant art. Another tip is a small grouping of black and white family photos or filtered phone pictures can create a dramatic and emotional wall moment. There are so many inexpensive options for wall art. In my old home, I painted at least every 18 months. The walls went from dark blue to white, to shades of gray, to back to white again, to lighter blue, to a nice shade of green. My kids were never surprised to see me painting. It was just one of those things. And I think at the time it was also mental health therapy for me, just to be busy, to doing something constructive and creative. Bring the outdoors in. Mother Nature is one of the best decorators out there, and she doesn't charge a thing. Take a walk and gather branches, grasses, or dried wildflowers from your own yard or a public trail, and then display these finds in a vase or a jar for a very sculptural, seasonal touch. Add herbs in pots on a windowsill or tray. They smell great, they look cute, and you can even cook with them. One of my treasured memories is of Thanksgiving time. We used to go to a cottage up north, and my daughter, who was quite young at the time, she and I would go for a walk to collect what would be the centerpiece for our Thanksgiving dinner. So I would let her pick up any treasures that she found, rocks, wildflowers, little bits of fluff and leaves, and we would collect them all and take them back to the cottage and put them on a little paper plate for our Thanksgiving centerpiece. It's such a sweet memory I have, completely free but full of beauty and meaning. So simple. If you can sew a straight line, whether by machine or by hand, you can make curtains, pillows, placemats, table runners. But even if you can't sew, don't worry. There's something called heat and bond or stitch witchery, which is an adhesive tape, which when ironed fuses two pieces of fabric together. Using this magical tape is even easier than sewing a straight line, and the results can be absolutely beautiful. When you have very little money, it's amazing how creative you can be. Necessity is the mother of invention. I think I may have inherited some of my creativity from my Polish background. My grandmother had to be very creative in bringing up a family with very little money. She was an amazing seamstress. She could make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. We have a discount fabric warehouse here, and I would buy some of the cheapest prettiest fabric I could find, and with that I would make pillow covers, placemats, table runners, curtains even, and no one would ever know the difference that these were just handmade cushion covers or curtains made with adhesive and maybe sewing a few decorative, beautiful buttons on for good measure. You can create whatever custom look you want, and it's so easy and pretty. Fabric is inexpensive and full of possibility. Paint, glorious paint. Spray paint or paint is a miracle worker. A coat of spray paint can revive tired accessories. Lamps, shelves, side tables, picture frames. Give these accessories a new life and a new look. The only limit is your imagination. I would repaint picture frames and then a year later paint them again. I had one lamp that I painted white, then I painted silver, then I painted black, then I painted bronze. It's amazing what a can of spray paint can do for you. But you can also customize it to exactly what you want, and that's the beauty of it. Even ugly old brass lamps, if you sand them and then put a coat of primer on them and then spray paint the color that you want, they can look beautiful again. If you've got a piece of furniture that's worn or dated, paint it, swap out the handles or knobs, and it's brand new again. Not only are these suggestions inexpensive, but it's very satisfying to see a vision in your mind and make that come to life. And knowing that it was very inexpensive, well, that's just icing on the cake. For instance, the dining room table that I have now, it was only available with black legs, but I wanted bronze. So as soon as it was delivered and I saw that it was going to be the right fit for my room, I spray painted the legs bronze, and it matches perfectly to my decor. But if I need them to be black one day, I can spray paint them black. That's the beauty of it. Smart shopping. Decorating on a dime can be a bit like treasure hunting. It requires patience, but the payoff can be big. Discount stores and dollar stores can surprise you with affordable gems. Thrift stores and yard sales, they're gold mines, especially for frames, dishes, vases, and quirky accent pieces. I'm always amazed at how expensive baskets are in the store, but you can get them at thrift stores or yard sales for next to nothing. Shop off-season for major discounts and consider bulk basics, candles, small frames, pillow inserts. They're cheaper when you buy in bulk. But don't buy in bulk unless you know you're going to use it, because then we're just storing stuff, and we know how I feel about that. Your best tool, your imagination, or YouTube, or ChatGPT. The beauty of any creative project is that you can learn how to do anything. If you've got a crazy creative idea, chances are someone else has already done it and probably made a YouTube video on how to do it. So Google it, look on Pinterest, watch a YouTube video, or ask ChatGPT. You never know, a random creative idea might be the favorite corner of your room. Your home, your oasis. You don't need a fancy home or a decorator's budget to make your home feel exactly like you'd like it to. Sell what you no longer love to find what you do. Declutter, clean, reimagine what you already own. Save inspiration photos. When the right piece shows up at the right thrift store, you'll know it. Don't forget the sensory experience, scent and sound. These are important design elements as well. Diffusers, candles, flowers, soothing, calming music add so much to your space. And remember, simply rearranging your furniture or shopping your collections and switching out things you already have doesn't cost a thing. The goal isn't perfection. It's creating a space that lifts your spirits, reflects your personality, and above all else feels comfortable. So if you're on a budget, know this: you don't need more money to have more beauty. You just need a little creativity, a little bit of patience, and definitely some paint and thread and adhesive. If you enjoyed this, Give it a like and share it with a friend who's trying to do some redecorating on a budget. Let me know some of your creative ideas that you've used. We've all had those lean years. We've all been there. And some of our favorite, most treasured pieces are usually the ones that didn't cost a lot of money. So let's get those creative juices flowing and see what we can do to decorate on a budget. Thanks for spending this time with me. I'm so very glad that you did. Please like and subscribe so that I can grow my channel. And thank you so much to everyone who always shows me so much encouragement and support. It's appreciated more than you could ever know. Take care. I hope this day brings you peace and positivity.